All right, next up, we're going to do brief exercises 16, 26, 27, and 28. Again, we've got three brief exercises that use the same information to calculate, so we'll do them all in one group here. And so here's the information. C.W. McCall sells a gold-plated souvenir mug. McCall expects to sell 1,600 units for $45 each to earn a $25 contribution margin per unit. Janice McCall, president, expects the year's total market to be 32,000 units. For the year just completed, the local college won the National Hockey Championship, and as a result, the total actual market was 100,000 units. C.W. McCall sold 3,000 units and calculates the sales variances using the contribution margin. Okay, and so 1626 asks us to, what is the firm's market size variance? So the first thing we have to do is calculate our market share out of that. And so we are expecting this year, the budget was 1,600 units, and the total market size was 32,000, and so that would be 0.05 or a 5% market share. That's what we're expecting to sell of this particular product. We're expecting to sell 5% of whatever sold of this product for the year. And so what is the firm's market size variance? We're going to take the number of units actually sold, the 100,000, minus the budgeted sales, which was 32,000. So that would be 68,000 variance there on that. And then we would multiply that times our market share, which was 0.05 or 5%. And then we would multiply that times the contribution margin of $25 per unit. And when we multiply that all out, we get an $85,000 favorable, because this is positive here, that becomes a favorable variance. So that is the market size variance. Obviously, we won a hockey championship. People are excited. So they bought a lot more than what was expected of this commemorative item. And then 27 says, what is the firm's sales volume variance? So the sales volume variance, we're going to take 16-27. We're going to take our actual sales, 3,000, minus our budgeted sales of 1,600. So there's a 1,400 unit difference there. And we will multiply that volume variance times the contribution margin of $25 a piece. And when we multiply that all out, we get $35,000. So, and that, again, this is positive, so that will be a favorable variance. So we sold 35,000 more contribution margin than we expected to sell of this unit. So that's a good thing. And then finally, on 16-28, what is the firm's market share variance? And so now we need to calculate, we already have our budgeted variance on that. And so we need to calculate what our actual market share was. This was our budgeted market share, what we calculated up here. Our actual market share was 3,000 divided by 100,000, or 3%. And so now we're going to take, for the market share, 0.03 minus 0.05, 3% minus 5%, times the total market, 100,000 units, that's what the actual total market was, times the contribution margin of 25,000. And when you multiply that all out, 2% times 100,000 would be 2,000, times 25 would equal $50,000. So we actually, if we would have been able to maintain our market share, we would have made 50,000 more than we did, which would, which we already made 35,000 above what we expected, but we could have made an extra 50,000 more if we had held our market share at 5% on this one. All right, so that is brief exercises 16, 26, 27, and 28.